Going back to Eric's story, we know we have rain coming this week.
Yeah.
How will that impact everything?
Well, it's going to fall, we think, in the areas that need it most,
Okay.
in the hill country, with some of the highest rainfall totals there. Right now, there's a little bit of rain out there. It's not where we need it most, but it's here in central Texas at least. This cluster of storms where Caldwell, Bastrop, and Fayette County meet at this intersection, bringing some downpours and some occasional lightning. Right now, nothing severe there, although we'll have to keep an eye on it. We're also watching some of these storms that have developed along the same boundary responsible for the storms in our southeastern counties. The same boundary actually stretches through the San Angelo area, and you can see some of these severe storms actually pretty close to some of our western counties, so it's not out of the question that in the short term we could get a few of these storms to try to clip into, say, Mason, San Saba, and Gillespie counties. But I think our highest rain and storm chances over the next 24 hours are going to come from these storms exiting New Mexico. They're going to make a right-hand turn and then drop into central Texas closer to dawn. So we still have several hours to go until our highest chance of rain starts to arrive here in central Texas. In the meantime, we're still going to carry on these low, say 10 to 20% rain and storm chances until that New Mexico round arrives as we get closer to, say, 7 a.m. And you can see it arrives with a punch. Large hail and damaging wind, as well as very heavy rain, on track to arrive in at least part of the hill country. This cluster of storms should lose at least some of its intensity as it approaches the metro. It may not hold together entirely, but still we've got decent rain chances tomorrow morning, about 50% of the area seeing rain, favoring areas west of 35. How this cluster of storm does east of 35 is a little tough to tell because they often fall apart under this particular setup. But still, the chances of rain and storms are there, and they'll be highest tomorrow morning. In the afternoon, looks like a little bit of a lull until we get into late Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. Another round of storms comes in that may be followed by yet another round later Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So your forecast tomorrow, scattered storms. We think the highest chances of rain tomorrow will come in the morning. Not to say there won't be a few more that pop up later in the day, but the highest coverage during the first half of the day. Severe weather risk tomorrow is also a 1 out of 5, just like it is today. In fact, most of the next few days will have at least a low chance for a few stronger severe storms, with large hail and damaging wind being the primary concern there. The flash flood threat, it's a 1 out of 4 for most of us, unless you're in the hill country there. It's a 2 out of 4, as those storms are expected to be strongest, producing heavier rainfall rates in the hill country tomorrow morning. Your 3-day forecast actually has higher rain chances at 60% for Wednesday and Thursday, and those days have higher flash flooding concerns too. A 2 out of 4 flash flooding threat on Wednesday, and the same here, at least locally, on Thursday. So day after day, more and more rounds of potentially very heavy rain could cause us some problems. By Friday, though, the flash flooding threat starts to ease. It drops to a 1 out of 4 east of 35, and those rain chances keep dropping as we head into the weekend. Looks like 2 to 4 inches plus in the hill country and some parts of the western Austin metro. For the rest of us, it's 1 to 2 inches, but there could be some localized higher totals anywhere. We can get some slower moving storms to sit and produce lots of rain in a short amount of time. Those rain chances still elevated into early next week, but down to 20%, and that includes Father's Day.